Have you ever been in a situation where someone gives you money in the form of a check and you take the effort to walk up to the bank, deposit that check, and only to later find out that the check has bounced? Now you might be thinking, how do I recover this money? Hi, I'm Ashish and welcome to this series on money recovery, where today we'll be talking specifically about check bounce. In India, over 33 lakh cases are filed only on check bounce, which is 15% of all criminal cases. Isn't that staggering? Checks are considered as negotiable instruments and they are governed by Negotiable Instrument Act of 1988. If you are the person who is issuing the check, then you need to make sure that you maintain sufficient balance in your bank account as per the Negotiable Instrument Act. Now, if you are a person who is receiving the check, then you need to act in a timely manner throughout the various transaction stages. Let's look at this timeline one by one. Once you receive the check, you must deposit the same in the bank within 6 months from the date mentioned on the check leaf. Now, there are only two probabilities. One, the check is honored and the amount is deposited in your bank account. Now, the second scenario is when the check is said to be dishonored or the check is bounced for reasons like insufficient funds, the issuer stops the payment, or the account is unavailable with the bank. Now, in this scenario is when you need to act swiftly and claim that money which is lawfully yours. Now, first and foremost, you need to make sure that you collect the return check memo which is issued by the bank, and this is the most important proof of the dishonor of the check. After receiving the check return memo, you need to issue a legal notice as per section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act within 30 days from the date of dishonor. And then you need to allow another 15 days to the opposite party to reply to your notice or initiate a fresh payment. Even then, after the lapse of 45 days, if the situation is still the same, then you have a right to file a complaint under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act before the magistrate court. Now, the documents required to filing a check bounce case are the original check issued by the issuer, the check return memo issued by the bank, and the notice as per the section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. These are the mandatory documents which you need to produce to file a check bounce case. A few additional documents like proof of relationship or the business transaction like agreements, invoices, quotations, delivery challan, promissory notes or loan agreements can also be produced to prove that the check was indeed to fulfill a financial obligation and not merely as a gift. Now, in case a check is given as a gift or a donation or a non-legal obligation, then you will not be able to claim this money under the Negotiable Instrument Act. But what happens if you miss this timeline of 30 days? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in the next video. So for more videos on money recovery, subscribe to this channel.